UFC 314. How we doing, everybody? My name is Young Pasty, a.k.a. the White Boy Wonder, and I'm here today to give you all of my picks and predictions for UFC 314, Alexander Volkanovski versus Diego Lopes. And I must say, guys, this card is stacked. So many great fights. I mean, the co-main, Chandler versus Paddy, Bryce Mitchell versus John Silva. I mean, we'll go on and on and on and break down every single fight, but dang, what a great card we have for this pay-per-view. Now, as we always do, got to break down last week, UFC Vegas 105, and we did okay, all right? 6-5 on the picks. It was still a positive week, okay? So we didn't go negative on the picks, all right? Always keep that in mind. We hit on the underdog with Pat Sabatini. I was one of the few, okay? The stats and the receipts are there. I'm just going to say, okay? But Cortavius Romeus, Gerald Meerschaert, bad underdog calls. The Luis Garul fight was a surprise. I mean, Ode Osborne is known for knockouts, but doing so shitty lately. Daniel Frunza fight. Had a cut on the lip. Doctor stoppage. Wish it could have gone on longer, but let's be honest, Reese McKee was whooping ass. And then lastly, Vanessa Demopoulos got handled on the ground by Talita Alencar. I mean, why I do this to myself? You know I like these Brazilians, and I go against her. What am I doing? Anyway, 6-5 on the picks. Overall for the year, we are 86-55. Now, if you are new to the channel and you haven't, come on now, subscribe, like, comment, share the Fantastic Four. Do it for me, please. The support goes a long way. And secondly, Patreon is free. Links in the description. That's where you can get all of my bets for free. And when I post and place them, right, the odds always, sway in the opposite way as the week goes on. And come fight time, you're going to have crappy odds. So subscribe to the Patreon. It's free. That's where you can see all my bets when I place them and get the odds when they're good. Now, let's get in to the main event here. But hold on. I have a special guest. That's right. We have a special guest here today to break down every single fight here with us. Let me introduce the resident geezer, a.k.a. Vic, a.k.a. one of my best friends.
Vic Pickham, how you guys doing today? Thank you so much for having me on the show.
Appreciate you. I appreciate you so much for coming on. This is one of my buddies, one of my long lifetime buddies. We have been watching fights forever. So super excited to break down every single fight with you guys. So let's go. Here we go. The first fight here, the main event. Alexander the Great Volkanovski, former champ, versus Diego Lopes, a.k.a. Tonight will be the night that I will fall for you over again.
Mr. Chin Flip.
Neck Tick, yes. Mr. Neck Tick. Yes, sir. Now, these guys are fighting for the title. The title was vacated. There are no longer double title holders in the UFC. Ilia Topuria has moved up. I don't know what his fight's going to be, but he's vacated the title, and that's why we have this fight here. So, Volk and Lopes for the featherweight title. Let's go. Super great fight. Now, odds on the fight. We have minus 130 for Alexander Volkanovski and plus 110 for Diego Lopes. You guys know Tapology odds are always not correct, so I'll get you guys the correct odds as we go through each fight. Now, my pick on the fight here. It's going to be Diego Lopes. Yes, sir, Diego Lopes. I'm going with a new champion. Man, it was hard for me to pick against Volkanovski. Cause, come on, let's be honest. Let's give him his flowers here, guys. All right? Former champ. 5-round experience to the max. Super likable, fan favorite. Who doesn't like Alexander Volkanovski? You know what I mean? I like him, and I'm sitting here picking against him. Now, I would say at this point, though,
He's got a huge gas tank.
He's washed, man. He's washed.
He may be, but they're close in age at this point. The age difference isn't too far off. Volkanovski has a huge gas tank. He's just really hard to keep down. He's really hard, just to get over on.
No, you are right. Like I'm not sitting here disagreeing with you, right? But I mean, we've seen it here in the past two fights. He's been chinned pretty bad. Ilia Topuria,
Absolutely.
Islam Makhachev.
No, you're not wrong.
I mean,
he's coming. He's coming off of two
yes,
losses, right?
Two losses.
He's got something that he needs to prove.
I know, but I mean,
he's going to be hungry.
1 year layoff too. Yes, I mean, look, I'm not sitting here saying Alexander Volkanovski is not a great fighter, or he's not in this fight at all. But it's just Diego Lopes' time, dog. He has the momentum. He's tough. He has KO power. He's a better striker than Volk.
He's a surgical striker. Okay, I totally have that with you. When it comes to striking, he's surgical. But I look at Volk and I don't see a whole lot of weaknesses. He can be TKO'd. I see him. Diego, he gets flustered. Everybody's got a plan until you get punched in the face. And I feel like Diego will get overwhelmed by Volkanovski. Because he doesn't stop moving forward. He's determinator, when it comes to that.
Look, I don't disagree with any of your takes at all, and it's not going to flip my pick at all, obviously. But man, Diego Lopes has shown in his fights previously he's gone up against elite competition, and we can go over his fights here in the past, Gog. Like Brian Ortega, elite competition. Dan Ige, now. This fight, I don't know if you remember, we watched this fight. Dude took this fight in like 3 hours. Hopped off the couch to fight Diego Lopes. I don't know if you remember that. Still got the win, but tough, great fight. And then right here, this Pat Sabatini. Oh my gosh, this has aged so well as we've seen Pat Sabatini take off here in the past, in these recent fights. All these guys, what do they have in common, right? They're shooting takedowns and they have relentless wrestling pressure. And Diego Lopes is able to withstand that and he's going to keep this fight on the feet, dog. There's no way Alexander Volk is going to be able to take him down.
He's got good takedown offense. I don't think he's got good takedown defense. I think he's going to be overwhelmed because he's relentless. Volkanovski's relentless. And he's got the power behind it too. But Diego's he can finish you in the first round as well. He's got that striking power. He's got good feet. Again, though, I have to keep going back to the older guy being your resident geezer. I just feel like Volk's going to just severely overwhelm him. And, once that starts to happen, everything starts to break down. Once he starts to get into your head, it's over from there.
Okay.
We'll see, though.
So, again, my pick for the fight's Diego Lopes. I do have him by KO. Resident Geezer. Who was your pick for the fight? I didn't hear it yet.
I got to go with Volkanovski. Again, I would like to see a third round submission. Is what I would like to personally see.
Personally see. What do you think is going to happen?
Third round submission. I'm calling it.
Okay, we have third round submission called here by Resident Geezer. I have Diego Lopes by knockout. I say it comes in the later rounds. What do the people on Tapology have to say, guys? How about that? 67% of people on Tapology picking Volkanovski. Most are saying by decision. 31% by KO.
Nobody in there.
We have 0.5 by submission. I had to really tap my mouse in here to get this.
I must have been the 0.5.
I see that, dog. The 33% of people here on my side, on the underdog, most say by KO, and then slim pickings on the other two. So, hey, nevertheless, this is going to be a great fight. Super excited for this one. Hopefully 4 or 5 round banger, and I hope blood's drawn, and super excited for this one.
It's going to be a potent fight for sure.
We'll move on. Next fight on the card, we have our co-main event, and I will just say this has been updated to a 5-round fight. This was previously a 3-round fight. Paddy said fuck it, I'll take it. Anywho, we have Michael Iron Chandler versus Paddy the Baddy Pimblett. Odds on the fight here, plus 135 for Michael Chandler, the underdog, and we have minus 160 for Paddy the Baddy. Those are pretty accurate. My pick for this fight here, Resident Geezer.
I already know what it is.
Oh, Paddy the Baddy. Oh, Paddy the Baddy. Yes, Paddy the Baddy is my pick. And why? The UFC wants this guy to win, man.
Oh, yeah.
The UFC wants this guy to win. And honestly, they are kind of giving him layups. His competition he's going up against, bro, they are all over 35. Everyone in the UFC he's gone up against. Tony Ferguson. We'll go over Tony Ferguson. Come on now. Bobby Green, over 35. Jared Gordon, I'm pretty sure he's around or over 30.
Didn't they give him a layup on the fight win, too?
Which one?
Oh, I forgot who it was, but it was a questionable win.
Ooh, that might have been this Jared Gordon fight right here. That was the questionable win here. But here, my take on the fight. Why I think Paddy's going to win. First off, the UFC wants him to win. So, and that's just one thing. Maybe UFC always has their motives. So they're going to sway things in Paddy's way. Excuse me. Now, his striking is underrated. Okay, his striking is underrated. He has pretty decent striking. It's not as terrible as everybody makes it out to be. But as we all know, that's not his game. He's looking to get this fight to the ground. And what do I think Paddy's going to do? He's going to take care of business. Paddy the Baddy by submission. Okay, he's going to use his okay striking. He's going to use these kind of exchanges and brawls that Michael Chandler is obviously going to try and go into and get his takedowns in whatever fashion he needs to. Trips on the fence, doubles or singles on the legs. I mean, he has a pretty solid rack of takedowns. And then when he gets to the ground, dude's an expert on the ground. Solid Brazilian jiu-jitsu, awesome submissions. Now, his top control in wrestling, I mean, it's all right. All right, he's more of like a submission threat on the ground. I mean, he is looking for submissions, but he's really not getting in too much damage on the ground. Let's be honest. I mean, have we seen a lot of blood in Paddy Pimblett fights on the other side? Not really. No. You know what I mean? No. So, but on the Michael Chandler, on the other side, this dude is a dog. He's he's a Bellator guy, though. Mm-hmm. He is a little bit old. Mm-hmm. Dude has cardio for days, okay? This guy is not going to get tired.
He's 38.
He is 38, yes. And obviously, as I said, Paddy's fighting is over 35.
Paddy's 30.
He's a loudmouth. Okay? He talks too much. It gets in the way. He's too cocky. He's very hittable. He eats too many shots. He has a decent chin, but he has been knocked out in the past.
All true.
He is going to be nonstop and relentless with the pressure, but that's going to be to his disadvantage here because if he gets too close to Paddy, boom, on the ground. Mm-hmm. And he has to be close. He has to be careful with this, but I think he's going to... And this changes things up with the 5-round fight. He's going to change things up. I think he's going to try and keep distance more because he has more rounds to work with. Mm-hmm. So I don't see that taking place, though. Paddy will be able to close distance, or he'll get stupid and go in with his brawls and exchanges. Paddy by submission is my take. Resident Geezer, what do you got for us?
We already heard Paddy talking about wanting to stand with him in his recent interviews. Now, we already know that might not be the best idea. We know he's got big knockout power. He's great at landing punches. He's good at pushing through guards. He's a unique striker. He's great against the cage. He's got cardio for days for a 38-year-old man. I just can't say that enough. But weaknesses, he's got weak legs. He's been chopped down before. All right, now I'm pretty sure those were Bellator fights, 100%. But he was absolutely chopped down before. So yeah, he's got some leg issues, and he can be TKO'd, and his age. Again, back to leaning on the age thing. But Pimblett, here we go. He can take a hit. His legs are decent. He has hands. He can switch hit, and he's not a bad striker. I do think he's not given enough credit. Because he's absolutely a decent striker. He started this at 17, I believe. So he's absolutely young in the game as far as the amount of time. He's not. He's got a lot of time in the game, but yet he's still young. Weaknesses: he's been submitted. Good grappler, I think, can expose him. And as much as I love Paddy, because being an Irishman, you just want to love him. But with that being said, I am going with Chandler on this one because I think he's still hungry. And I think it's going to go with a knockout or a decision. I'm going to go decision.
Michael Chandler by decision.
Yes, sir.
Is Resident Geezer's
The Geezer. Vic
call.
Pick'em.
Okay. I mean, I can see it. That's his path to victory. I don't think he's going to chin Paddy the Baddy at all. And if he gets a good shot in and he tries to take him to the ground, Paddy's just going to hold him there.
Correct.
I don't see a KO happening on Michael Chandler's side. I do agree with you. I think that's his path to victory is by decision.
Yep.
For sure.
Agreed.
But you know where I'm at with the Paddy the Baddy situation.
We love Paddy.
Yo, Paddy's from England, dog.
Is he from England? But I need just people from that area.
He got that.
But he sounds like an Irishman.
Dude, his accent.
That accent's heavy.
Dude, his accent is funny.
From across the pond.
Yo, every time he talks, I just love it. Yeah, dude's a menace. Good guy, though. Paddy is a good guy. Has twins.
Yeah,
Oh, fun fact, Michael Chandler just had a baby, too.
Oh, that's right.
Keep that in mind.
That could be bad or could be good.
We both had our takes on it.
Yep.
Could be good because he has something to fight for. Could be bad because he got a baby.
Correct.
You just had a
Both
baby.
for the same reason.
Yes, so what does Tapology have to say? This is close, guys. This is very close. So 54% of people on Paddy Pimblett. Most say by submission here, obviously. Chandler, 46% of people, they think they're going to... Really? They think they're going to chin Paddy the Baddy?
I don't see
Chin
it.
Paddy the Baddy?
I mean, it's very... it'd have to happen early.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it ain't happening.
Yo, don't sleep on Paddy's cardio either. Don't sleep on Paddy's cardio either.
Like I said.
Even though he's eating burgers and looking, like, a different person when he's not, in fight week, right? Don't sleep on him. He has pretty good cardio. So, yeah, here we go.
Here we go.
Good co-main event.
Swig of the good water.
We move on to our next fight. Oh, good fight. Another good fight here. Underrated fight. Actually, not underrated. Everyone's looking for this. This could be a main event. Let's be honest with you guys. But we're getting it as a third featured fight on a pay-per-view. I mean, come on now. All right. We have Bryce Mitchell, a.k.a. Thug Nasty, versus John Lord Silva. Odds on the fight here, we're at plus 225 for Bryce Mitchell and minus 278 for John Silva. These are changing right now. People are.
I see that. Well, I'm looking at mine.
People are betting a little more on Bryce Mitchell here. So these again, Tapology odds are not really always accurate. Anyway, my pick for the fight here. I got Lord John Silva. Come on now. Come on now. That is my pick for the fight. By KO. Did we not just see Bryce Mitchell get flatlined and sent to another dimension last fight? Legs shaking on the ground. Come on, this guy was crazy, right? What does John Silva do? John Silva knocks people out. He is a KO artist, but look, everyone's saying, "Oh, Bryce Mitchell is just gonna wrestle fuck him. He's just gonna take him up on the cage. He's gonna wrestle him. He's gonna get a nasty, gritty decision." Yo, you think John Silva isn't well versed in wrestling? Dude's from Brazil. He has Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu in his back pocket like it's nothing. Okay. He can wrestle. Okay, he can wrestle too. So I would not sleep on John Silva's credentials there. Now, does Bryce Mitchell have better wrestling? Yeah. I'm just going to be honest with you. Yes, he does. But can he take him down, right? I mean, is he going to be afraid of that knockout punch, right, from his last fight with Josh Emmett? It's just, don't sleep on Bryce Mitchell. I would say these odds are a little bit kind of out of whack. My pick is still John Silva by KO. But don't sleep on Thug Nasty here, okay? Solid wrestling, sneaky striking, sneaky subs, okay? He's one of the few that's gotten a twister sub in the UFC. Everybody's going to say that. Only 3 people have done it. He's one of them. So, he's outmatched on the feet, okay? He has decent striking, but John Silva is Much better there on the feet. Mixes in leg kicks too. Huge power. Emotional. Dude's crying before and after the fight like crazy. But, how can we go against the fighting nerds? They were undefeated last year. All four of them were undefeated last year. My apologies. All four of them were undefeated last year. The top four, right? We'll call them Mount Rushmore of the fighting nerds. But yeah, I gotta go with John Silva by KO. That's my pick. Resident Geezer, what do you got?
I like to call them the Glasses Gang.
The Glasses Gang.
They are. I gotta. I like Bryce. I do. He's got some good qualities. He's an aggressive striker. He's got good combos. He's got good knees.
Yep.
He can change up. He can take you down.
Yep.
Again, I like his elbow work.
Nasty elbows.
But again, Mr. Silva, his knockout power is there. He's really good in the clinch.
Oh yeah. Oh man, nasty.
Absolutely precise in his striking, and there's not much more that needs to be said about that. I'm just going with Silva, and I'm going with an early knockout again. Yeah, Mr. Mitchell is going to be, chipping another.
It's going to happen again. Now, not to get into crazy stuff too much, but this has been deemed a good versus evil fight. Good on the side of Bryce Mitchell, evil on the side of John Silva. That's what they're saying. So we'll see who wins it. We'll see who wins it, right? You know what I mean?
Mr. Bryce Mitchell, he's definitely outspoken.
He will bring his Bible out to the octagon, win or lose.
It's getting thumped.
It's in there. What does Tapology have to say? I have an odd feeling everyone's going to be saying John Silva by KO. What do we got?
Oh, my.
81% of people here picking John Silva. 19% of people still on Mitchell. They say by submission. That's still live. I would say that's still live. I'm not going to say that if you were like, oh, I got Bryce Mitchell by sub. I wouldn't say you're crazy.
No.
I wouldn't say you're crazy. It is possible.
81%. That's 81% can't be wrong.
That's what they all say.
It's not gonna happen.
We've seen 2% win.
Yeah,
dude, it's crazy.
It's true.
This
is the UFC.
It's the UFC. That's the great thing about it, right? All right, we're moving on. Next fight here. Pretty solid fight in my opinion. Pretty solid fight. We have Yair Rodriguez El Pantera versus Patricio Pitbull. Odds on the fight, what do we got? Minus 192 for Yair Rodriguez and plus 160 for Pitbull. So pretty close here on Tapology. All right. To keep this short and simple, it's basically UFC versus Bellator. Okay? This is another Bellator guy. This is Patricio's Pitbull's first fight in the UFC. But goddamn, look at the record. 36-7. 37 years old.
Yes.
Now, I say this is one of the ones I had a tough time picking, to be honest with you. But I had to side with UFC experience. Dog, I favor UFC experience more than Patricio Pitbull. Yair Rodriguez was at one point the interim champion of the UFC. Okay? So I can't take that away from him. On the other hand, I'm sure Pitbull was also the champion in Bellator as well. But I would say UFC competition is much better than competition in Bellator. Pitbull actually fought Michael Chandler.
Did not know that.
Knocked him out.
Nice.
First round. Now you're going to say, oh, Yair Rodriguez not really looking too good here. Losing to Brian Ortega. Losing to Alexander Volkanovski.
Hey!
Has a win over Josh Emmett. Solid. Now, yes, did win this win by Brian Ortega, but shoulder injury. Dude, his shoulder literally popped out and he just gave up. Ortega literally just gave up and said, I'm done, on the ground, and he won.
Yeah, no, that's not a fun thing to have to go through.
And then are you gonna thump him for a decision loss against Max Holloway? It's we're going up against pretty good competition over here in the UFC. Granted, he did get knocked out, against Volkanovski, subbed by Brian Ortega. He's going up against pretty solid competition in the UFC. Patricio Pitbull, on the other hand, I just don't like his. I mean, who are these people, right? I did watch this fight. Kennedy was piecing him up until Pitbull caught him, won and then went crazy on him. Losing 2 losses here, kind of older in the UFC. They both have 5-round experience. They both have decent cardio. But I'm just gonna favor the younger guy, the taller guy. Has a pretty solid reach advantage. He's gonna be the quicker guy. He has pretty solid movement. He's gonna be circling the octagon. Pitbull is gonna be the one pressuring. That's how this fight's gonna go. Pitbull has KO power. That could happen. I'm not gonna knock you and say a Pitbull by KO. He is Brazilian. I love my Brazilians. He's an in-your-face guy. Heavy kicks. Mainly a striker, though. Yair Rodriguez could mix in the takedowns if he chooses to. But I think that the movement is going to throw Pitbull off. I think he's going to kind of pick him apart. We have a 3-round fight here. It's not going to go 5 rounds. Yair Rodriguez by split decision.
Nice.
What do you got?
All right, I think,
Mr. Geezer.
We got 137, 135. So it's like age versus age. I think it's striking versus submission this time around. I see Pitbull. He's really good with jiu-jitsu. He is good at submissions. He's really good with takedowns. And, that's strong qualities when you're going up against a striker. Yard, unorthodox striking is what I'm seeing when going through and watching some of his fights. He's a great kicker, great with his feet, great switch ups.
Yep.
Good in the clinch. He's strong against the cage. He's not going to be super easy to take down because he can move, like you said.
Yep.
Like those feet are really, really, he's really going to move around in the cage for sure. And yeah, he has he's 2 years younger. But again, Pitbull, I think eventually is gonna, he's gonna slow Yair down, and I think he's gonna get the takedown, and it's gonna be a 3rd-round submission. That's what I'm saying.
Patricio Pitbull.
I love submissions.
3rd-round submissions, Mr. Geezer. Calling these crazy calls.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Okay, so Patricio Pitbull by submission. Wow. I mean, yeah, it did happen to Yair Rodriguez last time.
Mm-hmm.
Patricio Pitbull can get takedowns.
Mm-hmm. That's one thing I noticed for sure.
The takedowns.
The old Bellator stuff is where I was seeing that.
He has these power takedowns. He's just lifting people up and throwing them on the ground. They are pretty nice. I don't know. I don't think he can get to him. But hey, so you have Pitbull, 3rd-round submission. That's crazy. Okay, I have Yair Rodriguez by decision.
He just was relentless with takedowns. From what I was watching.
Hey.
This is his
UFC debut.
And I see him leaning back on what served him well.
He's a fan favorite. He's a Bellator fan favorite. People love him.
Yeah, for sure.
This fight, that's why it's the 3rd fight on this card, because people love them some Patricio Pitbull. Oh my gosh, I'm scrolling so slowly. Oh! So most people on Yair Rodriguez, most say by decision, others say by KO. The people on Pitbull, 58 by decision, 34 by KO. Or you're in this
6.6 on submission.
You're in the sliver again.
Man, I just, he was really aggressive on trying to take people down and whatnot. He's, he is. His jiu-jitsu looked good, looked solid.
It's nice. So, good fight, nevertheless. We move on.
Next
fight on the card. We're having a little fun here, eh?
Hell yeah. Good stuff. One thing we need to get through right away. Now, if you guys are betting with his picks and are wise with your choices, there's zero reason why you guys shouldn't have made some money. I mean, at this point, going off of his picks, I'm probably close to $1,000 and stuff, and I don't gamble. So it's like, this has been good for me. I just want to get that out there. Sorry.
Hey, check out the bets video. That's on Wednesdays. That's where you can get all the official bets. Thank you for the shout out, Mr. Geezer. I appreciate that. Yeah, you know what we do over here. Yeah, that number one bet hit 6 weeks in a row. 6 weeks in a row, the number one bet hit. So that's crazy. Here we go. Next fight, we have Nikita Krylov, a.k.a. the Miner. Like this. not like a young child. Versus Dominick Reyes, the Devastator. Odds on the fight, we have minus 198 for Nikita Krylov and plus 164 for Dominick Reyes. Pretty accurate here. Right. My pick for this fight is going to be Nikita Krylov. I think he gets it back on track here. He's had a pretty long layoff. I'm just going to get that out there right away. He hasn't fought in damn near 2 years. Okay? So that's not the best look, right? We don't like inactive fighters. Sometimes they just come back and whoop ass, especially when it's coming up against an opponent like Dominick Reyes here. Now, my boy Nikita Krylov is a dog. He's tough, okay? He has sneaky stubs. He's stronger than Dominick Reyes, 100%. What he needs to do in this fight here to win, he needs to be the bully, okay? He needs to put Dominick Reyes on the back feet. Okay, if Dominick Reyes is the one pressuring here, oh my God. First off, how would that happen? Secondly, Nikita Krylov, come on. I would just be really disappointed if that happened. You can't have people pressure you, Nikita Krylov. That's not your thing. He usually doesn't. He's usually the one pressuring people here. But Dominick Reyes is. You see a little belt there on the picture there. He has some pretty good experience. Sure. I'm not gonna lie, but at this point, dude's washed. His wins are really not really notable. Now you're going up against an actual good opponent. Yeah, it's been a 2-year layoff. Yes, it's been a 2-year layoff. But stronger, more KO power, has solid takedowns. If this gets to the fence here, he has better clinch work than Dominick Reyes. Dominick Reyes tries to get this movement involved. He's going to shut that down, be in his face. He just runs around the fucking octagon. I don't like that shit. I just don't like that shit. So, Nikita Krylov, how? KO. Nikita Krylov by KO. Okay. That's my call.
Early. Late? When the punching power's there, when the punching power's gone?
Probably early.
Okay.
He likes to get it done early.
Okay, so you said Nikita, early knockout?
Nikita, early knockout. What do you got?
All right. So, you call it running around the ring. I call it great distance management. That's what I call it. It's distance management. All right, Mr. Reyes is he's going to take you down. He can take shots. He's got strong uppercuts. He can finish you in the first round. He can and will stand. He can do both. Good on the feet for Nikita. He's good punching combos. Yep. He's always moving forward. He's very aggressive. He's got a good mount offense, but his mount defense is poor. And I truly believe with distance management and, like I said, being able to take shots, I would like to see Reyes win because I'm your resident geezer. But no, I don't see it happening. I'm going Nikita with an early knockout.
Man, these 2 wins here, right? Anthony Smith, this last fight. Anthony Smith, before this fight, I'll tell you this. He said, I just want to get hit. I just want to feel something. Because he had somebody die a week before the fight here.
Oh.
And he was I don't know, he was saying shit to him in the ring. He's saying hit, fucking hit me. And he's not even hitting back. And it's what the fuck? So I don't count this as a win. Okay, that was just a gimme.
Yeah.
Dustin Jacoby, chinny and old at this point. And then coming off 3 losses. Now we're going back here. This is pretty good competition, but this is 4 years ago, and this was the downfall of Dominick Reyes. Do not get eye candy with his 2-win streak here with these bums. Look, this guy is from fucking Ukraine, all right?
Yeah.
All right, he's out here trying to...
built a little different there.
He's out here trying to fucking live. Dominick Reyes sipping a Coke on the couch, going, "Okay, time to fight." Okay, it's probably not like that. I'm exaggerating, Dominick Reyes. I respect you.
We respect all these fighters for sure.
We move on.
Who's next?
Next fight on the card. This is a good fight. We have Dan 50K Ige versus Sean Woodson, a.k.a. the Sniper. Odds on the fight here. We have plus 136 for Dan Ige, minus 162 for Sean Woodson. My pick on this fight, we're going with the Sniper. We're going with Sean Woodson. He's just shown time and time again that he's meant for this. Okay? The build is crazy, by the way. Okay? 6'2", 78-inch reach. Dan Ige is 5'7". All right? So that's a huge difference. This guy does massive things to cut this weight. But he's never shown cardio issues as of recent, maybe in the early UFC debuts, right? But we're not going back that far. But time and time again, he's shown improvements in every single fight, and that's what you love to see from a fighter. Every step up, he's had a step up in competition in every single fight, and he's just shown that. And people have doubted him. He's been underdogs in situations too. He's shown time and time again that he's here and he can handle this. Now, Fernando Padilla, Alex Caceres, Charles Jourdain, Dennis Bazookia. Okay, he's trash. First off, active AF, 5 fights in the last 2 years and 7 months. That's a lot of fights. But we'll give credit to Dan Ige too. That guy's active AF as well. But yeah, dude, Sean Woodson's gonna pick this guy apart, man. And now I was just talking earlier about Dominick Reyes and how I think he dances around the ring in the octagon. Sean Woodson's gonna do this different. He's gonna actually throw in punches and use his distance management to his advantage. Right? Mm-hmm. He's huge, right? The reach and the size difference is crazy.
Sure.
He's going to pick this guy apart. Sean Woodson has crazy boxing. Now, call him chicken legs, bro. He has no legs at all. Dude hasn't done a squat, I don't think, ever. Let alone a leg curl or fucking anything to do with legs. Anywho, takedown defense is solid. Fence work is solid, so Dan Ige is going to take that route. I don't think that's going to happen. Dan Ige's best chance of this is by KO, but Sean Woodson doesn't let people get that close to him, and he has a chin too. Okay, Sean Woodson can take a punch. Man, I've never gone against Sean Woodson. I never have. So what am I gonna do at this point? Right? Go against him now? No. This is my boy. Right? If you win and you pick him every time and it keeps happening, and he goes up against competition a winnable fight like this, what am I going to do? Sitting at minus 162, that's really not that bad at all. Okay, let me give Dan Ige his flowers though. All right, solid KO power, great takedown defense, good combos, in your face pressure guy. He's a dog, right? Oh. He'll step up to fight at any point, but it's kind of been his downfall. He's accepting all these fights, but is it really the best thing? Because you're losing.
Correct.
Right? Now, he has had notice for this fight, right? He's probably been working for this.
A little training camp action.
But this is not the opponent, man. This is not the opponent. Sean Woodson's going to rise into the rankings. Look, Dan Ige is right there, top 15. He's almost there. Sean Woodson's almost there. Yeah, he's going to overtake this man. This is the next step up. Dan Ige is a corporate guy. They'll throw him in there to fight. Obviously, he needs to get a win every now and then, right? But this is not the guy. Personally, I think it'd be a huge upset if Dan Ige wins. But Sean Woodson by decision is my pick. Dan Ige is a tough guy. Geezer, what you got for me?
Mr. Ige has a very nice left hook. He's very good on his takedowns. His punching power is there. He keeps his hands up, which is very important. if you're going to go up against Mr. Woodson. At the end of the day, he's versatile. Solid ground game. His weaknesses, like I said, one of his qualities, he's patient, but one of his weaknesses, he's almost too patient.
Always.
So
he gets his shots in, but
he gets his shots in, but
looking.
I don't see him taking a whole lot of risk.
Agreed.
I do like to see.
Agreed.
At the end of the day, I like Woodson. He's got a strong boxing background. He's got really good striking.
Oh, yeah.
But again, he's got no legs. But going up against Ige, I don't see Ige, really going after trying to chop him down. At the end of the day, though, I am going to go with you on this one for sure. I just see, he's just weird. He's got one of those weird boxing styles. The striking styles is
he's always moving his hands.
Yeah.
He's always moving his hands.
He's flaily.
And the next thing you know, you're like, oh,
next thing you know, you got caught. Yeah. So I'm with you, but I don't see a decision here either.
You think by what?
I think he's getting TKO'd.
Oh my god! I thought you were gonna say submission again.
No.
I'm kidding.
Nope.
Yeah, no. The odds on Sean Woodson's submission are probably crazy.
The odds of that many submissions happening in the whole night is even less.
What in the world, bro? What am I looking at? What am I looking at here? Okay.
What the hell happened?
I'll tell you this. People are getting eye candy seeing Dan Ige at underdog odds. That's what they're seeing, dog. Because Dan Ige is tough and he's a dog. Is he live to win the fight? Yes, by KO. But I think that's his only path. He's not going to win this by decision. No way.
I don't see any submissions in there at all. Disappointing.
And most people are saying Ige by decision. That's crazy. Anyway, I guess we are on the opposite side of the
happily, world. I think Ige is going to get taken out.
Did not see that coming there, but we have Sean Woodson by decision. That's the pick for both of us.
Yep.
Oh, actually, no. Sean Woodson by decision for me. Geezers is Sean Woodson by KO.
Yep.
We move on to the next fight. Ladies, going at it. Look at these lookers. We have Virna Jandiroba, a.k.a. Karakara, versus Xiaonan Yan, a.k.a. 9. Odds in the fight here, we have plus 124 for Yan Xiaonan. It's moving. And minus 148 for Virna.
All right.
This was a close call for me. This honestly should be a pick'em, in my opinion. This is a very close women's fight. These girls are pretty damn good when it both comes to striking and wrestling in all facets. But I had to roll with Virna Jandiroba. You know I love my Brazilians. Come on, man. All right. She's a tough bitch. All right. This is the one with a weird looking eye. You remember that?
Yes.
Yeah. So she's gonna go for the takedown, but so is Yan Xiaonan. Really, it's gonna be a battle of who gets the takedown. Really, that's it. That's gonna be it. Mm-hmm. It could be one person in one round. It could be one person in the other round. It could be you know what I mean. It's tough. Honestly, they're almost the same fighter.
Agreed.
Yeah. I just had to pick Virna. I think she's tougher. I think she's a little bit stronger. I think when she is on top, she puts in more damage and has better top control versus Yan Xiaonan, even though it's very close, because so can Yan Xiaonan. But, I've seen Yan Xiaonan get bodied in some fights. But, granted, it was versus Zhang Weili, who is the champion. She does that to everybody. Mackenzie Dern, that's tough. Virna has pretty solid striking too. Again, women's MMA. This one honestly should be a pick'em. Rolling with the Brazilian. I think she's just a little bit better. I think she has a better momentum too. Coming off 4 wins, Yan Xiaonan kind of lost win kind of thing. So that's my pick. Geezer, what do you got?
You gotta love the women's MMA. These girls They
go at it.
They really do. It's so impressive. But you're right. They are very similar fighters. They both have good knockout power. They both can take a punch. They're aggressive in their striking. They have good ground offense. They got good ground defense. They have good cage management when pressured against the cage. They're really good at submission attempts, and I think where this is going to end up going is it's going to be a decision, and there's just going to be a lot of points coming back. Between the two with takedowns and submission attempts and just knockouts. I think everything is on the table as far as finishes for these two. But again, I'm looking at Virna by decision.
That's who I got too. Virna by decision. Me and Geese are both on the same page here.
Yes.
I will say a couple things about Xiaonan. She has fought a little bit better competition. This is going to be Virna's biggest test. Even though she's technically ranked higher than her. But yeah.
What's it, number 2 versus 3, right?
Going with the weird-eyed girl. What's Tapology have to say? Okay, so slight advantage here for Jandiroba here. 53% of people on Tapology saying that. I mean, most people say that by decision. Xiaonan getting a knockout? Ooh, okay. And the sub on Jandiroba's side. Okay. This most likely goes 3 rounds, let's be honest. But don't sleep on it. This isn't like a bottom of the barrel women's fight. These girls are pretty good. Okay? So if you're gonna watch any women's MMA, this is gonna be one of the ones. So we move on. Oh boy. This next fight here, I have a feeling we're not going to spend too much time on this one. Right. We have Chase Hooper, a.k.a. The Dream, versus Jim Miller, A10. Odds on the fight here, minus 750 for Chase Hooper, a humongous favorite. And Jim Miller, plus 525, humongous underdog. My pick for this fight, let's just keep it short and sweet. Chase Hooper by submission. That's it. Look at the age difference here. Come on now. It's daddy versus son. This dude's 41 years old now.
Mr. Miller?
Chase Hooper's 25.
How old is Jim?
41. He's almost going to be 42.
Yeah, he chasing the geezer.
Yeah,
he's chasing the geezer.
And now Chase Hooper keeps fighting daddies too. Vyacheslav Borshev, old man. Clay Guida, old man. Like these are old people. I guess my question for this fight is why. Like, if this is Jim Miller's last fight in the UFC, Jim Miller, old, tough vet. This dude's been fighting in the UFC since, 2008, bro. 2008, bro. Like, he was on UFC on Fox, bro. He was on UFC 100, 200, and 300, bro. Yeah. I'll put some respect on his name. He's old, he's tough, he's a UFC vet, he has decent cardio and good striking.
38 and 18.
But you're going up against Chase Hooper, who just keeps,
impressive.
He's impressive,
for a young man.
And I'm not gonna. I told you, I'm not gonna spend too much time on this. The pick is Chase Hooper by submission.
Okay.
Jim Miller is not gonna last this long. The takedown's gonna come quick.
I'm
bigger, faster, stronger.
Yeah.
What's your call, geezer?
Yeah, at the end of the day, it's pretty simple. I want to give it to Miller because I'm old, but I'm gonna have to say Hooper by surprise knockout. Knockout.
Ground and pound?
No, on the feet, which his ground is good. He does have really good ground. He's got good ground control as well. He could do it there because he does have some good ground pounds, actually.
He does.
But I'm seeing this surprise knockout.
The odds aren't lying here, guys.
He's gotten on it. He's on an age. His gas tanking what it used to.
16-year difference, bro.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah. So at that point, I agree with you.
All right, 88% of people picking Hooper, 12% of people picking Miller. They like the underdog odds, plus 525, 5-1 if you want old man Miller.
Oh, Geezy Miller.
I'm going to have to say I'm not on your side on that one.
Nah.
Most people are saying by submission. 73% of people by submission. 4% of people by KO. Some people putting respect on Jim Miller. Bro, takedown. Come on. I'm waiting for the odds to open up on Chase Hooper submission, dog. I mean, still probably going to be really bad, but that's the call.
Yep.
We move on.
We're moving on. Who's next?
Another veteran fight. All right, here we go. Y'all are going to like this one. We have Darren Damage Elkins versus Juicy J, Julian Erosa. Odds on the fight here, plus 295 for Darren Elkins. Julian Erosa, minus 375. Look at this. Another older fight. 40 years old. And Darren Elkins, 35. And Julian Erosa. And my pick for this fight, Geezer.
What is it?
We're going with Darren Elkins, dog. We're going with damage. Yes, I'm going with the old man. Yeah, you were going to be like, why? First off, look, he's pulled off 2 solid wins here.
Okay.
TJ Brown, Daniel Pineda, which these are younger people.
He's running on a high.
He ain't fighting Jim Miller. Jonathan Pierce, this guy's an elite wrestler. I'm not going to give him too much grief for that, and he did not get submitted. And then, we're kind of, okay, Cub Swanson, TKO, not a good look. And this guy, Tristan Connolly, not really the best. But, anywho, I'm going off recency in the past 2 fights. Okay, he's actually looked pretty solid. Everyone's saying Julian Erosa by submission, Julian Erosa by submission, Julian Erosa by submission. Nah, dog. Yes, he is the crafty submission threat. He has pretty good striking. He uses that to, get his submissions. I mean, dude, Darren Elkins has a wrestling background. Okay? He is a wrestler. Okay? Mm-hmm. He has solid striking, but he only has 1 loss by submission. It is to Charles Oliveira in 2010. That's his last submission loss and his only submission loss.
That's
I'll say that.
A long time ago.
So he's only getting submitted by the elite of the elite.
Correct.
And that was 15 years ago.
Yep.
So, I mean, come on now. Anyway.
Where are you seeing it? Where's it going?
Where's it going? Darren Elkins is going to get this done by decision, man. He's going to get a gritty, tough fought decision. He is going to bully and pressure Julian Erosa.
Yeah.
He's going to get overwhelmed with it. Julian Erosa might shoot some stupid gillies or try and get the takedowns but be unsuccessful because Darren Elkins is he has pretty solid takedown defense as a good wrestler. If he does get taken down.
Yeah.
If he does get taken down, he can get back up. He's just not going to sit there and lay on the ground, bro.
No.
He's not just going to wait till the round ends. He's going to try and get back up, and he probably will. Julian Erosa's top game on this kind of guy? No. No, sir. Now, he's going to be a little bit smaller, and Julian Erosa does have a reach advantage. Julian Erosa is training out of Extreme Couture. That's a pretty good gym. So, he is training with some pretty good competition there. But Darren Elkins backs people down. He has solid cardio. He's the first to hit, right?
Yep.
That's what I see in him.
That's important.
But he is hittable as fuck. All right? He can get hit. He will end up having blood shed at some point on his face. He's old. Not saying that's the reason why blood is going to come out of his face, but we've just seen blood out of his fights, every single fight. And, I mean, when you do get a little bit older, blood does tend to come out a little bit easier out of your face.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, I had to go with Darren Elkins, man. That's all the reasons why I don't trust Julian Erosa. And then the odds on it are just ridiculous, man. Darren Elkins a 3-1 underdog? No way. Give me the old man underdog damage.
Like,
who do you got, Geezer?
Alrighty. First thing, going back and watching some of Darren's older fights, because he's had quite a few, obviously, the first thing I could think of was, wow, can this guy take some damage?
Hence the nickname.
Yeah, he could take a lot of damage. He could take a beating, and he just keeps on coming. It was one of the main things that stuck out. He's got a lot of heart. And when you can take a beating like that, you're just really hard to beat. And yeah, you're right. He's gonna bleed, and that's fine. His qualities wins him this fight, though, and he's just come back. He's got a lot of comeback heart. We've watched him get beat down and then come back. So the comeback heart is huge.
Yep.
He needs to keep his guard up a little better. Juicy J,
Agreed.
Julian Erosa's quality. He's fast. He's got fast hands. He's a hard hitter. Aggressive knees. Good feet. He checks a lot of boxes there. But I'm going with the one who can take the damage with decision.
We both have Darren Elkins, the damage by decision. All right. As I roll down here, we're probably going to be on the other side here, brother. I think
we're on the other side of the fence there, but that's okay.
And that's what I figured, but look, you guys don't see what we see. You guys just don't see what we see.
Dude could take a beating, man.
And, when you hit someone and, they just keep taking the shots and they don't do anything,
it breaks
you kind of get demotivated.
It
and then,
breaks you down.
Boom, you end up, now you're the one kind of getting taken. Why am I getting hit now? Bro, okay. Look, Julian Erosa by submission. A lot of people are calling. 35% of the people that are picking Erosa, which, by gosh, 82% people picking Erosa is crazy. 18% of people on Elkins, most say by decision. That is his path to victory.
He's got no guard.
I don't know. Julian Erosa.
He's got no guard.
He is kind of chinny. Look, ground and pound situation here. Now, Fernando Padilla is a killer.
Sure.
Alex Casares, mixed. So, that's who we got.
That's who we're at.
And we move on.
Sedriques.
Got 4 more fights on the card.
All right.
Okay. Little red tip dreads, I see you.
All right. The Reaper.
The Reaper. Don't fear the Reaper. That's what it's called, right? All right, we have Sedriques Dumas, a.k.a. the Reaper, versus Michael... Yeah. Oleksiejczuk.
I have no idea.
Sorry.
Hussar.
Okay? I'll just call him Michael. Odds on the fight here, plus 165 for Sedriques Dumas, minus 205 for Michael. Pretty accurate odds there. Sedriques has gone up a little bit, plus 170. Maybe people are betting on Michael. My pick for this fight is going to be... First off, it's going to be Sedriques Dumas. I'm taking the underdog.
All right.
Now, why or how? How I'm just I don't know. Probably by decision. Why? This Michael guy sucks. Okay, he's giving up fighting. Okay, his last fight, he was in people's Instagram comments saying, "Yeah, I'm about to give up fighting soon." You are out here getting wrecked. I think you're on 3-fight losing streak.
Oh, yep.
Look at this.
Sure is.
2 by submission. Got beat by Shara Bullet. Okay, he went by decision. That's the dude with the one eye.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
The pirate. That's his nickname, I think.
I know it.
That's good. But no, look. I just kind of don't understand why Sedriques Dumas is the underdog here, all right? He's also shown improvements in his fights every single fight. Now, have they been leaps and bounds? No. Okay, but I kind of see little by little by little. I'm seeing little steps here and there. He's worked on his cardio. He's worked on his grappling. His striking, I don't know if he's been working on his striking. It's okay. All right? He's probably going to... Does he have the reach advantage here?
Well, he's kickboxing.
He has a 5-inch reach advantage here. So, and he's going to be a little bit taller. But his easiest path to victory take this guy down because he's susceptible to takedowns, and do work. Go for a submission or get a ground and pound or just, I don't know, do some boring stuff and control him for 3 rounds. I really don't know how Sedriques Dumas gets it done, but I have no faith in this Michal guy. He has okay striking. I would say he has a puncher's chance. That's pretty much it. Okay? He beats bums. He has not beat anybody good. He is a declining fighter. He is on a 3-fight losing streak. He has wanted to give up fighting. What makes me want to pick you?
There's not a whole lot.
Dumas wants to be here in the UFC, bro.
Sure, absolutely.
So, that's my pick. Sedriques Dumas, I guess, by decision. What do you got, Geezer?
Boom. Well, Sedriques is a very strong kickboxer. He's very flexible. He's got very fast hands. I did see him easily frustrated, though.
True.
Which is not good. But this fight can go either way. Michael, because we can't say his last name here, folks. Just be honest.
No disrespect.
He's young. He's got good striking skills. Good takedown. He can take a punch. Good kicks. But the longer I see this fight going, the longer it goes, the more I see it going to Sedriques, if I pronounce it, Mr. Dumas.
Sedriques Dumas.
Sedriques. If I'm pronouncing that correct.
Dumas is right, I believe. So,
I'd like to see a TKO in the second because, that just makes for a great night.
It does.
We all, decisions, are great. But at the end of the day, what we all want. We want to see that sucker tap. We want to see we want to see him do the old flippy flop. But yeah, here we go. Dumas by decision.
Dumas by decision. We're both on the same page. What does Tapology have to say? Wow. Yo.
They want to give it to the young guy.
Yo, what in the world?
I just don't think he has enough experience.
Dude, this doesn't make any sense to me. Like, why? You're from Poland. Okay. I guess I can give you some toughness.
He's younger, he's more experience, he needs guard work, his cardio is barely up to par for a 3-round fight.
Dude, he gives up. He almost, in this Kevin Holland fight, he almost got his arm snapped.
Yeah, he's on a 3-round losing
streak. He was looking up at the ref and he's like, okay, I'm about to literally snap his arm. Do you want me to keep doing this? He's not tapping. He's like, no. And he I'm pretty sure he broke his arm. Then came out here and then lost again with a broken arm.
Yeah.
8 months later.
I still don't know where everybody else's mindset is.
This is 10 months ago, bro. I don't think he's still recovered from that, to be honest with you.
Given your ratio of wins with your picks, I would go with what you choose there.
I know, but I just don't understand. I don't know. I don't understand why Dumas is the dog, but I'll take him. So we move on.
We're moving on.
Our next fight. Nope.
I cannot pronounce this person's name. Mudaerji.
So it should be Su Mudaerji.
Oh, so Mudaerji.
Su Mudaerji.
Su Mudaerji. We hope right.
We should. It should be split in two. I think his first name is Su, so we're gonna so we'll call him Su.
Okay.
The Tibetan Eagle versus Mitch Raposo. Odds on the fight here, we have minus 205. Odds are coming down, by the way, on Su. Odds on the fight, minus 205 for Su, plus 170 for Mitch Raposo. My pick for this fight, I'm going with another underdog. Give me Mitch Raposo.
Oh, uh-oh.
Give me Mitch Raposo.
Okay, why?
Why? Yes, everyone asks. Why and how? Mitch Raposo will get it done by decision.
Mm-hmm.
He is going to easily take down Su, and this will be a boring decision. Mitch has a super heavy wrestling background. He was a high school wrestler. I'm pretty sure he was a state champion, one of those guys.
Okay.
Actually, I changed that. Mitch Raposo by submission.
Oh.
Arm triangle is my call. Yeah, dude. First off, Su. He got his UFC contract.
Yeah.
Stop fighting. 1 fight a year, bro. You just waltz in and fight 1 fight a year. Dude fought.
Is he John Jones?
Not even, bro. But I don't know. I don't like the inactivity, bro. Like, you're not some fly guy.
Ring rust is real.
He's in here to get a paycheck, bro.
Yeah.
That's what I see, because he's from fucking, I don't know, probably some area of China that he doesn't have a lot of money. No disrespect. But 3 losses, right? Charles Johnson,
he's on
Tim Elliott, Matt Schnell. Okay. And look, we are getting submitted here, man. And your wins, no good wins. Malcolm Gordon, I guess that's all right. But that was 4 years ago, bro. You're inactive. You're very skinny and tall, and you do have the reach advantage. I give you that. But Mitch Raposo is just going to shoot takedowns. Get you taken down.
Looks like a wrestler.
I just think the long, lanky build is not going to help him in this situation, man.
Wrestlers love that.
Especially when he gets taken down, dude. I'm telling you, man. Arm triangle, bro. He's going to get an arm triangle quick, man. Not quick, maybe second round.
You think he's got he can take you down and submit you then now?
Dude, Mitch Raposo is a solid wrestler, man.
How many submissions has he got recently?
Now, his first fight, he only has 1 fight in the UFC.
Okay.
So that's why he's probably the underdog here. Split decision loss to Andre Lima. Andre Lima is very good.
Okay.
Andre Lima is very good. Obviously undefeated. This dude's probably in the rankings at this. He's going to be a very good fighter. Okay? So going split decision with him, very good look. And I believe that was on short notice too.
Wow.
And Andre Lima is a halfway cheater. Multiple eye pokes, fence grabs.
Oh, we hate that.
He's the dude that got bit and then got the tattoo of it. Remember that?
Yes.
That guy.
That trolling level.
Pretty cool, though.
That's trolling level 10 right there.
But yeah, look, he takes a short notice fight to get into the UFC. I believe it was up a weight class as well, if I'm not mistaken. And loses a split decision to a very tough guy. Okay, so give him a lot of credit there.
Sure. Hell yeah.
Andre Lima knocks out Sue. Okay? 100%. So I'm going to give Mitch Raposo a lot of credit for that fight there. But yeah, dude. It's the wrestling advantage here. Yeah, he's going to try and keep distance. He's going to try and just do his kickboxing thing.
Yes.
But he's just susceptible to submissions. He has bad get-up game. He has bad takedown defense. He's not really that good on the ground. He has bad sprawls. He always finds himself in a bad position. Okay, what's his best thing? His straight. He's not going to be able to keep distance with Mitch Raposo. He's going to close distance, get the takedown. Just get him onto the fence. Fuck, just run into him.
Yep.
He'll eat the shot. He won't even care. This dude's hungry to be in the UFC, bro. He's been training in Vegas. He's been training with a gym there. Who's he been training with? Extreme Couture. So I just said it before. Extreme Couture,
sure.
Pretty good gym. So he went out, flew to Vegas, been training there the past week or two. Been getting in some good sessions there with some pretty good competition. So his striking's okay. That's not really his game, though. I told Mitch Raposo by submission is the call. Geezer.
You got a round for that submission.
Second.
He's calling a second round submission.
What do you got, Geezer?
All right. Mr. Mudaerji, if I'm pronouncing that right. 16-7 is fast, good feet, good stand game. And I think you're right. I think Mitch is he looks like he hits really freaking hard.
Mitch does it hard.
That's the one thing I got out of that. His ground game is lovely. I did notice as a weakness that when he starts to get hit, he's kind of a runner. Mitch, seemingly.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, he's got great legs. It's not going to chop him down easily.
He's thick.
Yeah, he's thick. He's not.
He got them thick thighs.
He's
Yes,
absolutely. But at the end of the day, I just striking for me, Mudaerji, if I'm pronouncing it correct, the Tibetan Eagle, we'll call him. His striking's impressive, but you have a lot of things that I didn't take into consideration. I didn't know that he didn't fight often enough.
Yeah, look at this here.
Which is
1 year,
Yeah.
2 year,
Yeah.
3 year, 4 year.
Yeah.
It's just we can click into this guy. Look at this. I'll show you. Show this guy. He gets into the UFC and then just stops. He was fighting like 8 times a year, bro.
Yeah, they just stopped. Huh.
Look. See here on the all regional fights. Then he gets in the UFC. 18, 19, 20, 20, 21, 21, 22. These are, by the way, these are all canceled fights, by the way. I'm so sorry. Gets in the UFC, fights in 2019, 20, 21, wow. 22, 23, 24, now 25. He's fighting once a year, bro.
Yeah, he's
and then look at this. Fought, 6 times in 2018.
Yeah.
Fought 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times.
Time ago.
That just screams to me, I'm here for a paycheck.
Well, I'm gonna have to rethink things. I'm gonna have to save Mitch at this point because ring rust is a real thing.
I flipped your pick, geezer.
And I'm flipping pick.
Oh
man,
I
had a TKO because I was really impressed with his striking.
That is live, man.
With the Tibetan Eagle striking.
He has the first round,
and those Tibetan folks we all know can take hits too. The monks are up there. Just getting it all the time. But no, I'm going to go ahead and flip. I'm going to go with Mitch on a submission then. And early on, too.
We both got Mitch Raposo by submission.
Ring rust is real, and that's a lot of distance in between fights. And what are you doing in that time? You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Not a whole lot. Not a whole lot. I could be wrong, though.
Look at this here. So... 59% of people on Sue. Most say by decision. 41% of people on Raposo. Okay, a lot. Most say on decision. Come on, we got a little sliver, I guess. 8.4 by submission. I see that arm triangle, dude. I see it. I'm telling you, man. I see it. Those long, lanky arms. The way he's gonna shoot a double, get him taken down in the open mat, or if he gets it on the fence too. Lifts him over and he's gonna get it, man.
It's hard to take a good grappler at the end of the day. It really is, especially one with some jiu-jitsu backgrounds as well.
From Massachusetts, all right.
Oh, the cauliflower! Look at that.
Yeah. All right. So, and KO power.
Boom.
Moving on. 2 fights left.
Hey, man.
This was a tough one for me to go over, man. Oh my gosh.
Yes.
I had to sleep on this one a couple nights. We have Tresean Gore, Mr. Vicious, versus Marco Tulio Matuto. Okay.
Right here.
Odds on the fight: we have plus 275 for Gore, minus 345 for Tulio. My pick for this fight is going to be Marco Tulio, man. And this might be like I pick this guy and bet on the other guy kind of situation because I hate the odds on Marco Tulio sitting at minus 345. Almost a 4-1 favorite on Tulio's side. So people are sleeping on Tresean Gore.
I think so.
People are sleeping on him a lot. Now, ultimately, the reason I picked Marco Tulio is because I think he can avoid these sneaky submissions that Tresean Gore has.
Okay.
I think he has decent movement. I think Tresean Gore is not going to be able... Tresean Gore is going to be the pressure in this situation. Guarantee you. Marco Tulio is going to be the one kind of dancing the octagon. Man. I was really split on this. I love my Brazilians. God dang. The gym he's training out of sucks. Shoot box, more like shit box, okay? That gym sucks. Really bad. But he has KO power, man. He has really good striking.
Important.
He's strong and physical. When he does get people on the ground, super great top control. He's going to be able to take down Tresean Gore. That's what I think. I think he gets him to the ground, and I think he gets a ground and pound KO. He has solid kickboxing. He's very well versed on the mat. Marco Tulio can't get a sub 2, but Tresean Gore, don't sleep on Tresean Gore. Oh. I'm going to give him his flowers now, and people are going to sleep on him because of the Cody Brundage KO.
What happened?
Cody Brundage sucks.
Okay.
Very bad fighter.
And?
Getting knocked out by a very bad fighter.
Probably does a lot to a person's...
Not a good look. Whatsoever. And in the first round.
Ow.
Now, I will say, it was like, I don't know. You could have said early stoppage, but I don't think so because he was out. He was out for like a minute, then hit the ground, and I think his head hitting the ground woke him back up.
Oh.
It was just like a quick little shot too. It really wasn't. It was like almost like a jab, almost. Like it really wasn't like anything impressive at all. And it's like, dang, how do you go from fighting a battle, literally, with Brian Battle, who, Brian Battle's a dog, okay? To go decision with him, it's like you can give people a lot of credit for going decision with really tough fighters and having your moments and almost winning the fight. Even though you didn't win the fight, I can still give you some credit for, a loss, you know what I mean? Give you some stock into the fight. Now, the people he's beating, to be fair, suck. You know what I mean? This could be a potential fraud check on Marco Tulio, because his win in the UFC here, Ihor Potieria, this guy just gets knocked out by everybody. He's out of the UFC now because he was just...
They're still elite, though. We still give you flowers. We're still very, very aware that you
He's
guys
just not
elite.
UFC level.
We still aware.
Unfortunately, yes.
Sure, absolutely.
Man, he was just a sacrifice, dude. He was like... he was a lamb to the UFC, bro. They're like, we want to build this guy up. Here you go, getting knocked out by this guy.
All right, so how is it going then?
Marco Tulio is going to take him down. He's going to be able to get some nasty elbows in. We have a ground and pound KO. Okay. It's going to come in the late second round. Tresean Gore, though, is live. Again, I just said it. This might be a situation where I pick Marco Tulio and bet on Tresean Gore because I like Tresean Gore.
I do too.
He's super live to win this fight. It's just like you're 5-2. I mean, that's not very much experience. He has looked good in the ring. He's just like, I don't know, he's hesitant at sometimes. He needs more volume, dude. He needs a lot more volume. He's shown that he's a little bit chinny in his fights.
Okay.
But good gym, hard kicks, KO power, good striking. And he loves that standing gilly, which is nasty. Geezer, what do you got?
All right. The qualities of Tresean Gore, he's got a great guard. He's got great handwork. He's got a nice jab. He's got not too many wasted movements. He's got solid cardio, a huge amount of power, good takedown, defense, really fast, and his grappling isn't bad. He's going to try to dictate the pace of the fight. That is for sure.
Yep.
Some of the weaknesses I noticed in him that he absolutely takes too much time waiting for the right moment, sometimes risking the round.
Always. Very patient. Too patient. Hesitant.
Too patient, I believe, can be a blessing and a curse.
Caught looking.
Absolutely. You get snuck that way.
Next thing you know, he lost the fight looking for the perfect shot.
Yep. He needs to get better against the cage. I noticed he was really weak against the cage. I think he worries about getting tired, which is a problem, which leaves him open to better grapplers. And like you said earlier, I think his chin is a little on the weak side for sure. Marco Tulio, though, good takedown offense, strong mount, aggressive ground and pound, good strike, good knockout power. Cardio could use a little work, and his fence defense needs some work. With that being said, though, I've got this written down because there's a lot I think needs to be said. I think it's going to be a strong fight. I think there's going to be a lot of standing that's going to happen with both fighters because they both can throw. I think both have power. That with the edge, though, I see going to Tresean. Tulio being the hungrier fighter, I see trying to take Tresean down and wear him down. But if he lets Tresean dictate the pace of this fight, then Tulio is in trouble. And I think at the end of the day, I see Tulio could win on the decision of this. Possible. As much as I want Tresean to win, because that's where we just want to like the guy. But I am going to call this one with a decision or a knockout with ground and pound from Tulio. And let's just say I'm going to go decision as much as I think it's going to go ground and pound.
Tulio by decision.
Yes.
Is Geezer's call. I got Tulio by KO. Man, it was tough for me. Tresean Gore, I like you.
I like him a lot.
Yo, I love the barking he was doing in this fight with Brian Battle. He was talking shit, dog. They were in there talking and fighting and talking shit. I loved it. Both the same age. But don't sleep on Tresean Gore. Just don't.
No.
Honestly, this might be a good live spot, right? Drops the first round. You could pick it back up from there and get better number on him. So
he's got good handwork. I like it. He's got a very nice jab. He's got a good jab on him for sure.
Oh, man. Most people, 88% of people say Marco Tulio by KO.
Yeah.
People on Gore, it's like 30-30-30.
Sleeping on him.
Submission is live. KO is live.
Yeah.
I mean, it really is. All three of those. This is like, honestly, if you are going to bet on Tresean Gore, I would probably just roll with him straight up. Not choosing a KO or just a submission or a decision. Because he can win in any of those ways.
He really can.
And look, isn't that crazy?
I figured there was
split
going to
in
be
thirds there.
Yeah, but 12%. I figured there was going to be a little more love for Tresean.
Yeah, had
got
to
a lot
Tulio
of good
by
qualities,
KO.
man.
Yeah, so one more fight, guys. Last fight in the card. More ladies going at it to open up the UFC 314 pay-per-view for us. We have Nora Cornell, a.k.a. Wonder, versus Haley, Cohen. All hail. Oh, my gosh.
That's what I said.
That is a lame-ass nickname, bro. Odds on the fight, we have minus 175 for Nora and plus 145 for Haley. My pick for this fight is going to be Nora Cornell. Give me the tough, bad bitch, one with more UFC experience. She has solid striking. Her takedown defense does suck. Okay, so Haley Cohen probably can get her on the ground. I think Nora Cornell will probably get back up, though. It's not like Haley Cohen's some elite wrestler here. She does kind of show some cardio issues too, Haley Cohen, in these later rounds here. She's an LFA product. She's super hittable. She's hesitant. She has these super wild-looking kicks.
Switch kicker?
Looking like a Mortal Kombat kick. Honestly, Haley Cohen's path to victory here is to just get takedowns on Nora because that's her demise. That's her downfall. But I think she'll be able, if she can withstand the takedowns, or if she gets enough damage on the feet before the takedowns happen, I think Nora Cornell can take this. I mean, you only have one fight in the UFC, Jamie Lynn Horth. That was a close fight.
Oh, Haley's new.
Yeah, it's her first fight. It's her second fight now in the UFC. So, Nora Cornell, got 2 or 3? 3.
Nice.
So yeah, I'm going Wonder Girl, I guess. Not with too much confidence, but that's the pick. Geezer, who do you got?
Well, the night has got to start. It's got to start where it starts. Nora, of course, she's good in the clinch. She's really good up against the cage. She's hard to take down. I noticed she could take a punch really well. She's a good striker. She's got sharp knees. She's got sharp kicks.
Yep.
She's got decent ground defense. She's got really good cardio for 3-round fights. Haley needs to lose just for that nickname. All hail. I'm just kidding.
It sucks.
Yeah, I mean, she has a strong lead hand.
She don't even have a gimmick or anything. It's just bad.
Yeah. She's strong in the clinch. She's got a strong lead hand. She's got good body language. She doesn't show fatigue. You know what I mean? She's got no head movement at all. Huge weakness. That head doesn't move at all when she fights.
Just sits there.
So a good striker is absolutely going to just zero in on that.
Yep.
My synopsis is both fighters, though, after doing research on them, both fighters have put on pretty much the same performances from fight to fight. So I see the same thing happening in this fight. I see a lot of standing happening in round 1, with them feeling one another out. Nora getting aggressive on takedowns once she realizes Haley can stand a little bit. It's here, I believe, where Nora's going to take the lead. She's going to hold rounds 2 and 3. Haley's good in the clinch. She doesn't get takedown too easily, though. But I still think Nora wins due to better cardio and a better ground game. But Haley's 2-inch reach could help her. But we're going to go with Nora.
Nora by decision?
Nora is going to win by decision. Yeah.
We're both on Nora by decision.
Yep.
What does the community have to say? Holy moly. 90% of people on Nora Cornell. 10% of people on Cohen. I would say probably...
You think everybody's... They're both coming off of losses.
90% of people are on Nora. Then why is Haley only plus 160? She's not even a 2-to-1 underdog, dog. It's like, yeah, we all think Nora's going to win, but, like, Haley could win, too.
Yeah.
This is a closer fight than people think.
Yeah, I don't think she's winning on takedowns. If anything, I think the reach might serve her well, her 2-inch reach.
You don't think she'll take down Nora?
I don't think she'll win by it.
Yeah, because she don't do shit on the ground.
Yeah, I don't think she's gonna be taken down and getting any submissions.
With these judges nowadays, man.
Oh,
we won't even.
How do y'all feel about the judges? Put that in the comments.
For real.
I gotta know how y'all feel about it.
All right.
UFC 314.
That is it, guys.
Volkanovski versus Lopes.
That is it. Geezer, thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you for having me, guys.
I appreciate it.
Much.
Again, if you're new, subscribe, like, comment, share. I appreciate the support. Goes a long way. Subscribe to the Patreon. Links in the description. Let's have a good week. Let's have a great week this weekend here for UFC 314. Young Pasty out. Geezer out. Let's go.